you to, will it benefit you to manifest your specific person without dealing with your underlying issues first? No. YouTube, we're back. Yes. Oh my gosh. I love everybody that is here and helping and on and patient. And oh my goodness, I don't know what happened with YouTube, but we're back. And thank you guys for being here on Facebook and holding it down in the chat. Yes, thanks YouTube. I'm glad you're back. Okay. So what we were saying is, let's read the question again. Okay. Oh, let's see. Yeah. Really emphasizing highest standards possible for myself in all areas of my life. Yes, very important, because if you try to manifest, let's say you're manifesting a specific person and you just want to say, I just want to manifest this person. I don't care about dealing with myself. I don't care what caused the problem. I just want to manifest them. Can you do it? Yeah, you can. But here's the problem. If you don't deal with the underlying issue that caused the separation to begin with, if you don't deal with the underlying issue that is causing you to choose partners who are emotionally unavailable to you, it will come back in your relationship. It will manifest again. It will show, it'll rear its ugly head, and it will it'll play out in your relationship via another breakup, fight, cheating, whatever, because you haven't dealt with the core issue that caused it to begin with. And that's what coaching is for. That's what I do in my coaching is, sometimes I have clients that they sign up for a session and they want to know how to manifest this one thing. And I'm like, listen, you got a lot more going on here, because here's the other side of that coin is, if you're having issues keeping your SP with you, or issues with your SP not wanting to be in the situation with you, that energy that's pushing them away or keeping them apart is going to manifest in other areas of your life. 100%. I know it is, whether it's your family, your self-esteem, your friends, your career, whatever, it's going to be somewhere else in your life. And it always is. Like, I don't even think I can think of a time when I spoke to somebody who just had an issue with SP and everything else in their life was perfect. It's like money's going to be weird, career's going to be weird, self-esteem is going to be weird, family dynamic, friend situation, something is going to be weird. It's going to be evident in other places in your life. So why just manifest a person just so you can have a warm body next to you? Why not fix your entire situation so that from now on you manifest all of the best things in your entire life, people, places, things, money, all of it, all together, way more effective, right? Because if you just try to manifest your SP, you're going to be coming back again, trying to figure it out. Melissa says, how can I stop feeling inferior? Melissa, I wish we had been all together, because I answered this a couple times in the Facebook chat before the YouTube went all funky, or during YouTube's downtime. But so here's the thing. You have to understand that your ability to create the life that you want, or your ability to manifest whatever you want or whoever you want, has zero to do with like how good you are, how pretty you are, how smart you are, how rich you are, whatever, how good at manifesting you are. It has nothing to do with that. It has 100% everything to do with, can you understand the basic operation of this world? Okay. You're a human being. Consciousness creates our reality. The things are in our world because we're here to perceive of them. And the way that they come here is by us selecting them in our brain. It's like a little computer. We put our order in and then it shows up in the 3D world. So and actually this week's videos are going to be kind of covering this more in depth. So make sure you stay tuned. I think actually tomorrow's video is going to be about this. It's not about your worth. It's about, can you figure out how to work the machine or not, period. Like, it's your turn at bat. Either swing the bat or you throw it down crying and run away. It's your choice. But you need to swing the bat. You're already at bat. You're here. One thing I say in one of my videos coming up is like, a Rolls Royce and a Hyundai, doesn't matter what value you think they possess or how much you think they are, you still, in order to make it move, you got to put your foot on the gas and you got to put your foot on the brake to keep it from running into stuff. The value of the amount of how much it costs is irrelevant when it has to do with the basic operation of it. And this is how you need to be understanding your life. It has nothing to do with how great you think you are at anything. No, you're a human being. I'm here to create. That's what I'm doing, period. It has nothing to do with what I think about myself. So I need to be on top of my thoughts. If this is creating all of it, I want to make sure that it's only creating situations that I want to enjoy. Otherwise, what's the point? So it's less about how worthy you are and more about being like, okay, fine. Let me take some responsibility here. I'm creating all of it. Fine. I want to create this only. I'm going to be on top of my thoughts. I'm going to pay attention. I'm going to be for a little bit, 30 days, and see where that takes me. Again, nothing to do with how good you are or whatever. It's just like, can you figure out how the machine works? Great. Then you can have what you want. That's it. That's the only worth you need to worry about. Okay. And then as you do that, I should also add, as you go through that and you start understanding like, okay, I'm doing all of this. I'm really powerful. It's responding to me at all times. I need to be a little more careful. And I also need to understand that like, I'm pretty powerful. I'm pretty amazing. This entire world is here because of me. So I'm going to give myself a few compliments. I'm going to start telling myself that I'm amazing and powerful, and I'm going to believe it. I'm not going to challenge it. I'm not going to question it. I'm not going to doubt it. Fine. Okay. I'm powerful. Great. Good. Good. Okay. Great. Awesome. I'm powerful. We start putting in, you want to put it like you put in $1 million bills and not put in pennies. Like you're feeding yourself pennies right now by saying that you're not worthy, by implying that you're not worthy, by thinking you can't get what you want. It's just not. Shazia, thank you. Oh, we got a super chat donation. That's so sweet. I love that it comes up like turquoise. It matches my aesthetic here. And yeah, the super chat's enabled. Somebody asked me last week if I could do it, and here we are. Thank you guys. Thank you. That's so kind of you. Thanks. And yeah, if you want your question to pop up big and bright and bold, you can super chat it. Shazia, you're so sweet. She didn't even ask a question. She just popped that in there. I love you. Thank you. Okay, let's see the question in Facebook that says, how do you feel about karma? Does it exist or do we create it? Yes. Karma is, listen to this. The world's a mirror. A mirror can only reflect what you put in front of it. A mirror does not judge, a mirror reflects. And that's what this world is. So if you put out vibes of hatred, jealousy, fear, worry, doubt, insecurity, whatever, it's going to come back to you just because that's what that's what you're putting in front of the mirror. Like if you feel it, if you think it, you're putting it up in front of your mirror. Is that what you want to look at? You want to continue to look at it? Otherwise, put only things in front of your mirror that you want to see in your world, because that's how they come back to you. So karma, I have a thing about karma because the word, I don't know, it doesn't resonate with me. I don't like the way it sounds in my head. To me, it sounds like, I don't know. It's like this hippie weirdo word that's got like all these different associations. So to me, I just think, listen, the world's a mirror. It's going to give me back what I put in front of it regardless. So I'm only going to put up things that I want. I'm only going to tell a story that describes my world the way I want it to go. Otherwise, it's not worth my time. It's not worth my creative power to focus on anything that doesn't align with where I'm going. Again, it has nothing to do with how great I think I am or how worthy I think I am. It has to do with, I figured out this machine, and the machine only wants you to, the machine's going to give you what you put in front of it. Again, so put only what you want in front of it. Otherwise, don't be careful with your thoughts, guys. Sherry says, I love how you explain everything. I get it so much easier than when others do. Well, let me tell you something, Sherry. I script that in my scripting every single night. So I say people respect me. They respect my time. They respect what I have to say. They love what I have to say. They find me enthralling. They're hanging off my every word. They understand what I have to say more than anybody else can explain it. They get things more than they've ever understood it before. I put this in my scripting every day. And ever since I've been scripting regularly and doing it kind of in the right, like productive way, that it comes true fast, guys. It's like scary kind of. Okay. Maggie says, I keep getting signs that my manifestation is coming. I'm excited and happy. Yes. Signs, I would, use signs as a way to reaffirm to yourself, yes, it's working. Oh my God, this is happening. This is working. I'm totally doing it. I'm powerful. Wow. The universe is responding to me. Absolutely. You just use them as a chance to reaffirm all that stuff. And then it just recreates for you. Oh, Nick, you are so sweet. Thank you. I appreciate all the kind words. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, Layla says, I asked questions on the wrong video. Yeah, we had to start over because the YouTube stream just died out of nowhere. Okay. Lucille. Hello. Hello, Lucille. Hello, Roxy. Okay. What are your suggestions when we come down sick? The tiredness and lack of concentration. I'm currently ill and it feels really weird. I say anything that has to do with the body, anything that's a body's response, like an emotion, when you feel something really strongly, when you have anxiety, when you're sick, let the body do what it do. The body's going to do what it does. Okay. The body is a body. Fine. It's like our car. We have to be in it. We're always in our car, but the thoughts don't get to join the party ever. I don't care if you're having a panic attack. The thoughts don't get to add to the momentum. No, the thoughts stay with, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. When you're sick, yeah, make sure that the thoughts stay on the straight and narrow and just pamper yourself. Like for me, when I was sick last week or whatever week that was, I was like, oh my God, I'm watching reality TV all day long. And I just watched trashy reality TV for like 15 hours. And I just laid on my couch and ordered food and that's it, and people ask these questions about, do I take a break with my manifesting? But it's like, you're always manifesting, always everything is a manifestation. So you don't take a break, but again, you don't let the thoughts don't get to go. The thoughts don't get to go to the party. They have to stay at home and they have to be on the straight and narrow always. Okay. The thoughts, we need to control these guys. Okay. Leah says, when you really feel overwhelmed, is it okay to cry and release negative energy so you can move on from it? You guys see, this always works out perfectly. Yes, exactly what I was just saying. Let the emotions come, let them out, because if you bottle them up, they just explode out. So we don't want to do that. We just want to let them come, let them pass. The body feels what it feels. Again, we don't want to judge the body. We just let it do its thing. But again, the thoughts don't get to join. So you can be feeling completely like you're dying inside, but your thoughts have to be, it's fine, it's fine, it's all good, it's fine, everything is fine, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. That's how you do it. Clean Kitchen Club by Jen Bruce. Did I say that right? I hope I did. Hi, lovelies. Any advice for bringing in a new job, please? Just found out temp job is ending Wednesday. They didn't find me another. I applied for a job, but didn't hear back yet. Okay. Yeah, I'm actually doing a video about manifesting success and career that's coming out this week. It never fails. You guys always ask questions that align with the videos that are coming out. Watch that when it comes out. Also, I forgot to mention on YouTube, since this came back in, I have a collaboration video with Veronica Isles out tomorrow. So make sure you come, you tune in for that. It's going to be released. Oh my gosh, I've had too much coffee. It's going to be released at 11:30 a.m. Pacific. And part 1 will be on Veronica's channel and part 2 will be on my channel. So make sure you check out our collaboration tomorrow. And those are actually questions from the audience. So you might find your own question in that video tomorrow, those 2 videos. Back to what we were saying, manifesting job and success. Okay, so I want you to remember, we got to get into the mind frame of like, it has nothing to do with, I don't want you to think about your experience. I don't want you to think about what you're good enough for. I want you to just think about the fact that whatever job you get is there for you. And an interview you get is there for you to walk in there and just slay it. You walk in the room, you're the person they're looking for. You walk in the room and they're like, oh, finally, this person's here. That's how you need to think about it. And like, of course you're going to get the job you want. Of course you are, because it's your world. I get the job that I want. I get paid even more than I expect, which is amazing. Thank you, universe. I love my job. I have the best coworkers. My bosses freaking love me. I'm their favorite person. I walk into work and everyone's like, yes, our favorite person's here. This is how we talk about it. And this is how we talk about everything in our life. Like every aspect of your life, I want you to think of it like that. They love me. They love being around me. They're completely attracted to me. They're hanging off my every word. They find me enthralling. They stimulate me. We stimulate each other. We respect ourselves. They respect me. I respect myself. We respect each other. Whatever. Every area of your life, this is how you should be thinking about it. Al says, shout out to your awesome FB admin, Yon. I know. I love her. Oh my God. She is amazing. She is just like making my life amazing. I absolutely love her. Okay. She's given some amazing, she gives incredible advice. She's so helpful. Love her to death. Join my Facebook group, Black Moon Society. It's in the description below on YouTube and of course, Facebook. You're already there. So thank you for being a part of it. Everybody loves each other. It's a really great, great community. Roxanne, I love your name, by the way. I spell mine the exact same way. Oh, is this another book? Ad reality is a buffet of frequencies you get to sample. Oh, girl, I love that. Okay. I love that. Explain that way because I always say that it's a catalog. Hold on, let me write this down. These guys are giving me books. So I'm going to read these so these are books that we're talking about. The Holographic Universe and Reality is a Buffet of Frequencies You Get to Sample. Okay, let me write this down. I've been thinking, if you guys want, I've been thinking about starting like a little book club, maybe in the Facebook group. The only reason I haven't yet is because I literally can read like a page and a half a week. No, if we're doing a book club, I'll make time for it. Reality is a buffet of frequencies You get to sample. Okay. I'm going to order that. I'm going to order both of these today. And if anyone's interested in a book club, let me know, because I kind of want to do that, because then it'll force me to read more. Okay. Shazia, thank you, babe. Okay, girl, I need your help. If I'm seeing someone who is a different culture than me, I'm Muslim, he is not, I'm worried about my dad's opinion that he will not accept him due to cultural differences. Okay, girl, listen. Cultural differences. This is a major circumstance that you are creating. I know that it feels like it's generational and it's been in there forever and you can't break through. That's only because you're adhering to it. So from now on, your dad loves what you do. He loves your opinion. He thinks you're the most headstrong, independent, like successful person. He is so proud of you. He knows he never has to worry about you because you have a great head on your shoulders. He loves the idea of your freedom. He loves the idea of you stepping into your own and just like becoming the best version of yourself, making the life for you that you want. And every decision you make, he backs it and he's like, that's my girl. That's my girl making those good choices. You need to think about your dad like this all the time, because you have to change that story about him, about the whole culture, about the whole family. You need to start saying, listen, maybe that's how it is for everybody else, but not for me. In my world, I choose, and I'm going to choose whoever I want to be with. I choose love. I choose happiness. I'm in control here, not my father. He has his own chance to control his world. This isn't it. This is mine. And I choose this. And he loves it. He's totally on board. My whole family is on board. They're inspired by me. They love the fact that I am taking my life and doing what I want with it. Change the whole story. And then you have to stay here up there until the rest of the world shows up. You don't change this story until this comes in, and then you can kind of like, okay, what's next? But no, we need to stay here mentally until the 3D world matches what we're doing in our brains. Michelle says, Roxy, I have a question. I'm at a loss. My SP that I have been manifesting just randomly sent me a message today that if I wanted to date other people, I can. What did I do wrong? I tried so hard. I was proud of myself. Okay, first of all, you can't do that, okay? When you guys get a message from your SP that says, I don't ever want to see you again, I hate your guts, like go die, you need to be like, oh, they're so cute, they love me. Like, again, like what I just said about the story about the father, you cannot entertain that story. You cannot entertain that reality, because that guy that sent you that text is the old version of him. That's the version of him that you used to select, okay? That you've been selecting. From now on, we're only selecting versions of them that treat us the way that we want to. So, this is one of those good questions that we answered on the Facebook group when YouTube was being a douche. So when you're creating this new situation with your SP, I want you to, first things first, you have to get super clear about what you need in a relationship. And this has to be completely separate and devoid of any person's opinion. Nobody gets to be included in this thing. Like, you may have an SP and you might want to like say, okay, but he has to be this person. No. At the end of the day, what do you, Michelle, as a woman, need to have or to experience in your relationship to be fulfilled? Period. Nobody else's feelings get to be considered in this, because this is for you. This is you deciding, okay, at the end of the day, I need to know what I need, because if I don't know exactly what I want or what I need, then I can't know if someone's giving it to me or not. I can't know if somebody's giving me the opposite of what I want if I don't even know what that is. So we get very clear. I need compassion, understanding, communication, passion, romance, whatever it looks like to you, which is completely fine. We're creating, I say it's like a container that you're building right here, or like a bookshelf. It's very specific in shape. And we're going to be auditioning people to fit this role, not the other way around. We're not molding this to fit some random person over here that we're allowing to be in our universe. No. This is important. These boxes need to be ticked before we say, yes, you can be in my life or my circle or whatever. Or they need to be like on their way to being ticked. We need to be addressing them, okay? So get clear on what it is that you need exactly specifically, and this creates our new bottom rung. From now on, I only accept versions of people who stimulate me mentally, who trust me, who understand me, who support me, who like my ideas, who treat me with respect, who see my value, period. And this spreads over into every area of your life. This is family, this is coworkers, this is bosses, this is friends, this is strangers on the street, this is you treating yourself that way, and this is your romantic partner. It's all of the above. So when I say I only accept people who treat me here and above, if you don't match this level or more, you just don't get to be in my life. Or I select a new version of you, your choice. So I want you to take off this idea of like, I need to change him. I need to fix this idea. I want him to see me in a different light. No, that's old him. He's an old manifestation. He already is what he is. You've already chosen that version of him that doesn't value you. You've already chosen the version of him that's not interested in you. So we need to choose a version of him that is interested. And this cuts out any of the old, like, changing or the past or anything like that, because we're going to select a version of him where none of that shit went down. We're going to select a version of him that's never thought or even entertained the idea of another person. They've always wanted you. They've always seen your value. They've always chased you. They've always wanted to be with you. And that's it. That's the only version of you I'm going to select. And if you show up and you don't fit those parameters, like I get a text from you that says, I don't want to see you anymore or whatever. Oh, that's cute. But actually you're in love with me. And again, you have to keep the thoughts tight. They're in a little pen and they cannot, like, the ponies want to get out of the stable, okay? But you're not letting them out. And if you do let them out of the stable, you make sure they got the saddle on them that you want, okay? The saddle is important. I think I'm going to make a book of all my analogies, you guys. Okay. JL says, how can we manifest a better body to boost confidence without waiting for diet exercise to kick in? Okay, well, first of all, it's got to be here first. This is where your diet is. This is the mental diet. You need to boost your confidence in your brain first before the rest of the world can show up. Before your body can look tight and amazing and sexy, you need to tell it that it looks amazing and sexy. How could you possibly get the body that you want while you're telling yourself that it's anything but that? They have to match. Like the thing that you want and the thing that you think, they have to match. Oh my, I gotta write this down. It's so simple, but it's just like the way that we say these things. Okay, guys. The thing you want and the way you think about it have to match, okay? That's like rule number 1 of life, okay? Not even manifesting, because we're always manifesting. So I'm going to answer every single question in the chat right now. And the answer is the thing you want and the thing you think about, the way you think about it have to match. Otherwise, you're not going to get it, period. Or you're going to get some funky version of it, okay? If you start entertaining all these different options, you're like adding all kinds of different probabilities and outcomes to the story. Like for me, again, me getting to this point of my career had to happen because I literally could not see another option. I couldn't even, like if I wasn't doing this, I don't know what I would be doing. I have no idea what I'd be doing. So I don't have a plan B. I've always been that type of person. I just don't have a plan B. I know what I'm doing and that's where I'm going. So of course this is what working out for me because I'm saying it is. And every single day I'm like, damn, this is really freaking working. This is really happening. This is blowing up. This is getting huge. My business is booming. I'm helping millions of people. I only speak about my life in this manner. And it's the same with your body. The body, like I tell myself I look amazing all the time. I don't care what I look like. I don't care how flabby I look like. I'm like, girl, look at your abs. You know, like my skin, I'll look haggard in the morning. Oh my God, I look good. Dang, I look so young today. My skin looks so tight. The brain has to change before anything else can change in the real world. So if you want a better body to boost your confidence, first of all, know that the body is not going to boost the confidence. The confidence comes first, then the body comes. Okay. So I look amazing. I feel amazing. I love myself. Every day I look better and better. Every day I'm falling more in love with myself. Every day it gets easier and easier. I look good. I look freaking good. You look in the mirror and you're like, damn. And you just have to treat yourself like this all the time. This is how I treat myself in every area of my life. Every area of my life. I'm like, damn, girl, look at you. That's it. It's not hurting anybody. It's definitely not like unproductive to think like that. Erica says, Roxy, I am the turkey today. Jan, thank you. Love you so much. So glad you're here. You guys are all great. Love you guys. Oh, I have so much love from the group. I love you guys. If you're not in my Facebook group, be sure to join it because it's a really good community. It's called Black Moon Society. The link is below. Let's see. Aya says, this is the best live she's ever been on. Oh, I love you. Even despite the 20 minutes of YouTube effery. Okay. Okay, I'm trying to find a question here. Love you guys. Okay. Aya says, no plan B has always been my way to go, and everyone always gives me shit for it, but I knew this whole time I was it was the only way to go and it feels great that you're validating it. I mean, what's the point of a plan B? Why would you entertain another option for your life? Unless it's like, okay, I'll either be like a millionaire on a yacht or I want to like travel the jungle and like help people. If both of those sound equally amazing to you, do them both, you know? But you know, like I'm not going to entertain a future of me not being like fucking having an empire. Why even start my business? Why even do this if it's not the end goal of being a billionaire, of being the absolute tippy top of what I can conceive in my mind, of having everything I've ever wanted, being the best version of me, helping as many people as possible, living in the best house possible, going to the coolest places, meeting the best people. Why not? Why should I ever entertain anything that's not that? Like what good is that going to do me, you know? Even if manifesting is not real and that doesn't get me that, at the same time, like it's better than me sitting around and wallowing and like worrying and criticizing. Well, that's definitely not productive. Not going to get me anywhere. Coffee. Okay. Andrew says, can I manifest something to not happen? Yes, you can. I want you to visualize the opposite scene. Visualize the opposite scene. Tell yourself, like, I would say visualize like the end goal of it, like not happening and being like, man, that worked out perfectly. Everything always works out exactly the way I want it to. Things are just like falling into place. They work out perfectly. Everything happens the way I want it to. Man, everything is just responding to me in the most amazing way. Because you're writing that too. So yeah, if you don't want it to happen, affirm the opposite of it. And then again, don't entertain the idea of it happening, because it's like you're voting for it. Every time you entertain a thought, like let's say that we're talking about an SP, okay? And your end goal is marriage. So every time you think about marriage, every time you think about how awesome your relationship is, every time you feel good about your SP, you're voting for that outcome. Every time you wonder if there was someone else, every time you notice that they aren't texting you, every time you react to something that they say that you don't like, you're voting for the outcome where they don't be with you. So don't vote for that by giving it any ounce of attention. If something happens that you don't like, it doesn't align, not for you. Okay. It's like your coworker's lunch in the fridge. Like, oh, Joe brought lunch today. It's not yours. Don't eat it. You know what I mean? So like, it's that simple. It's not for me. Doesn't align with where I'm going. Definitely not for me. Cool. I don't have to even react to it. And then I take that opportunity to reaffirm. Great. I'm glad I saw that, because now I know even more that what I want's coming, because that's not it. So that must mean that what I want's on the way. Absolutely. My thing is coming. Okay. Andrea says, hello, beautiful soul. Well, hello, darling. I'm a bit late today. No, you're not. You're right on time. But I know I needed this because I've been battling with some stubborn negative emotions. I guess the rainy weather made me a little melancholic. You know, like I say this a lot, but just keep this in mind. Energy, everything on this planet is energy, and energy flows in waves. Water, all of it. It's all waves, okay? Light, everything is a wave. So sometimes we have these periods of time where it's like it rains, it pours. We are manifesting all day long. Boom, 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 boom. Everything's popping. Everything's working out. Everything's just like everything's responding to your thoughts so perfectly. And then it's like everything dries up and nothing's working anymore. And you're like, well, I was just doing it. Now I can't do it. What if I can't do it anymore? Can I not do it? Am I not good at it? Like all that stuff is just spiraling you in the wrong direction. You need to understand that energy, all of it, is peaks and valleys. It's a wave. It has to ebb and it has to flow. That's how it works on this planet. So instead of fighting again, and this is all going to be covered in this week's videos. This always happens. Instead of fighting against it, we go, instead of going against the grain, we go with the grain. Okay. So up here where we have a lot of manifestations coming, this isn't an excess of energy. Again, it's a swell. There's a lot of energy up here, a lot of manifestational power. We know that things are going to be happening. We also know that a peak inevitably leads to a valley. And when we're here in a valley, this is more of a lack or an absence of the energy of whatever it is that we're trying to create. So when we're in a valley, what we do here is you double down. Damn, I'm good. Damn, this is coming. I know this is coming. It's working out so well. You go even harder when you're in the valley, because we know another upswing's coming. So you want to be primed. You want to like, when that next peak comes and you're already in the mindset of like, I'm effing powerful and shit is happening now. You bring those thoughts into that next swell and you're good to go. So just remember, energy always ebbs and flows. If you're in an ebb, great. That's time for you to reevaluate. It's time to make sure that we're still in line with what we want. It's time to tweak our knobs. It's time to like take some notes. Okay, I like that, didn't like that. Let me reaffirm this. This has been showing up like this, and I really enjoy that. This has been showing up like this. Not a big fan. Let me reaffirm the way I want it to go. Use the ebbs of energy as like a break from focus. Not in focus, but more so a break in like, it's going to be this, it's going to be this, and we're doing this. And again, more time of reflection, taking notes, analyzing the data, reaffirming what we want, and being very diligent about knowing, yes, we're on the upswing. I'm in a valley. That's a great place to be because I know I'm about to go right back up to another peak. So don't take it as anything but something great. Don't take anything in your life as anything but great. Everything that you experience is showing you something. It's a lesson. It's showing you an insecurity. It's giving you a mirror of how you're feeling. So even if it's something you don't like, great. Thank you. I appreciate you showing me that I had that going on because it's going to prevent me from manifesting things that I do want. So thank you for showing up. Now I can reaffirm that is no longer my reality. Cutting a sandwich with a laser beam. That's right, girl. Kelly says, you explain things so clearly. Thank you. Love all your videos. Thank you, darling. I appreciate it. I guess my gift of gab and over explanation is finally paid off in my life. Okay, let's see what we got here. What if SP texts 5 times in 1 week after 5 months, together 5.5? I created distance. I did not arrange to meet. Being aloof, should I be distant rather than full or normal? Girl, you're writing the story. I mean, like, all the answers are within you. I can't tell you anything. You need to do what feels natural. You need to understand that regardless of how you feel about yourself, you're able to create this relationship if you can, what did I say? If you can think about the thing that you want the way you want to think about it, it's going to come about. That's it. All you have to do is think about what you want in the way that you want it to come about. Like, if I'm thinking about my SP, I'm only thinking about how much they love me, how they're having aha moments every day, deciding or understanding that they're in love with me and they're trying to fit me into their lives. That's what your SP is doing when they're not texting you, period. Okay? Because you're feeding them. You're literally giving them their thoughts. You're telling them what to think. You're doing that by choosing the versions of them. Every time you're like, okay, so you just said what you've just done right now, and I love you. I'm not trying to sound mean. I'm just letting you know. What you've just done right now is chosen a version of him that does not text you. That is adhering to this aloofness, that's feeling the aloofness too. No. Your person loves you. He can't stop thinking about you. He thinks you're the greatest thing since vegan cheese. He wants to be with you, and he's trying to figure out how to make his life work around you, and that's why he hasn't called you. Period. When he's not with you, he's freaking volunteering and hanging out with his mom, okay? You guys are feeding them their thoughts and their actions. When they're not in your actual presence, you're giving it all to them. So, or even when they are in your presence, actually. So only talk about them in the way that you want to. You giving attention to that, like, don't take this the wrong way, babe. I love you. Why are we talking about this? You've been on here enough to know that you shouldn't even bring it up into the chat because you're just re-cementing it. No, he loves me. He always wants to be with me. He's figuring out how to bring us together, and it is amazing, period. No other story can exist because otherwise you're voting for that version of him. Why vote for that version? You're doing all of it. So only frame things in the way that you want them to go. Otherwise, don't even bother. How can I stop partial manifestations and start getting full manifestations? Well, first thing, change the story. Say, hey, everything always happens exactly the way I want it to. Everything always unfolds in the most beautiful way. Things keep happening according to the way that I view them, and it's really amazing. The universe is always responding to me, and I just love it. You need to be telling that story first things first. Secondly, the problem that you're having with partial manifestations, I'm guessing, is you're not letting them fully come about. So you're getting half of it and being like, that's not what I wanted. I didn't get everything. Why isn't it doing it right? And you just stop it right there. Instead of doing that, you need to say, oh, crap. It's happening. That's part of it. That's evidence that this is happening. This is going on. Let me make sure that I'm thinking of it in the exact way that I want it to go, because every single moment is a new chance to select a new reality or to create a new reality. So again, anything that happened in the past, and the past can be as soon as 3 seconds ago, does not have any bearing, zero, The biggest zero I can make, bearing on what you create going forward. It never has to matter. I don't care if you're manifesting a conversation with somebody and they reach out and say, I hate you, don't ever talk to me again. That's just evidence of how I used to feel. Great, thanks. Thanks for letting me know. Actually, you adore me. This relationship is working out great. We are falling in love with each other more and more every day. We're falling in love with ourselves more and more every day. And it's making our connection so much stronger. That's the only story you tell. Okay, period. Okay, back to the karma question. Lucille says, karma sounds like we're going to get punishment. That's not my reality. Yeah, agree. I don't like the idea of it is weird. You're going to get the punishment in that if you put out bad vibes, you're going to get bad, like shitty stuff back to you, I guess. But not if you don't think you are, because people like narcissists that don't think they're doing anything wrong, they don't get their comeuppance or whatever you want to call it. They don't get what's coming to them because they don't see anything wrong with their actions. And again, it has nothing to do with worth. It has to do with, can you lock in on what you want and think that it's going to be yours? If so, then yeah, then you got it. It doesn't take anything but not doubting yourself. Okay, my SP is liking other girls on Insta. Stop looking at that shit, guys. I'm trying to live in the end, but have so much fear it's over. I think he thinks I ended it and won't call. Should I have taken action? It's over 2 months. Okay, just like what I just said. 2 months, 2 minutes, 2 seconds. It does not matter. It doesn't matter. Choose a new version of him that only has eyes for you, period. I only select a version of him that loves me. He loves me right now. Nobody else could ever fulfill him the way that I do. Nobody else ticks his boxes the way I do. Nobody else gives him everything that he needs the way that I do. And that's it. You put that out there and you let them come to you because we're using our manifestational skills all over our life. We're not focusing all of our energy onto one thing. We're not cutting a sandwich with a death ray. We're putting our infinite abilities and powers all over our entire lives. You're so much more than your SP. You're so much more than your thoughts. You're so much more than your feelings. You're so much more than your identity. It's just this, it's so much bigger than that, guys. Like your SP didn't show up in the way that you liked. Okay, fine. You just didn't focus the right way. Cool. Refocus the right way. That's it. That's it. It has nothing to do with anything else. Can you operate the machine? Period. That's it. And I said that with love. Jenna Lake, I agree with all of that. Oh, good. Let's see, we're good there. Facebook. Okay. Okay, first, before I read this question, your YouTube name, you have to change this. I don't even know where the question's going, and it starts out very sweet, so I don't want to call you out, but struggle forever? No, honey. Let's change that to like prosper forever, succeed forever, best life ever. Again, please change that. Please don't put that as you're like cementing that into your reality. But she says, hello, beautiful. Hello, thank you. It's now that I laid my eyes on your beauty and my heart is cool with its moonlight. Well, I appreciate that. And you are precious and I appreciate you being here. And please change your YouTube name. I don't want you to struggle forever. Okay. Fond Edits says, my parents are really depressed and I'm having a hard time not having an emotional reaction to it since I care about them so much. Any tips on living in it? Yeah. Okay. First things first, guys, if you have people in your life that are behaving in certain ways that you don't like, I hate to tell you this, but it's you that's doing it. Okay. I know it feels like it's them and they've always been that way, but that's just not really how this world works. So again, it's less about worth, history, value, anything like that. It's can you make the machine work or not, period. Can you drive the car? Like a Hyundai and a Rolls Royce, does not matter how much they cost. You still need to put your foot on the gas and put your foot on the brake to work it. Can you drive it? Cool. Then you can drive the Rolls Royce as well. Can you drive, like, if you can drive the Hyundai, you can drive the, whatever. Anyways, my point is, if you have people in your life that are acting a certain way that you don't like, you are literally preventing them from changing because you are telling the story over and over. You're choosing that version of them. So you need to start, I would do this, a few things. I would do first pass revision, and I would just start taking instances in my mind that kind of stick out, or just overall ideas, maybe even conversations of them reacting to things differently, of like childhood memories being happy, of seeing them getting better, seeing them go, talking to a therapist or whatever. Start reshaping the history of your life in regards to your parents in a different way. have conversations with them, you know, your parents being like, wow, I feel like I'm waking up out of a fog. I feel like I'm a new person. I'm having my own awakening. I'm falling in love with myself. Da, 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 da. We want to give them, I want you to give them an emotional awakening. I want you to give them some self-love. I want you to give them some understanding, because it's just like with your SP, you're feeding them their thoughts. You're feeding them their actions by choosing the version of them that you select. So from now on, we never, ever, ever, and I mean this, ever tell a story, think a thought that has anything to do with our parents being depressed. And if you catch yourself doing it, we redirect. No, what am I saying? What am I saying? My parents are like blossoming. I'm so proud of them. They're just like falling in love with themselves and life. They're like opening their eyes to the possibilities of this world, and they have a new lease on life. They're so thankful that they've made it to this point so that now they can experience the joy that life has to offer. And this is the only story that you tell about your parents ever again, okay? That's how you do that. Uh-oh. Okay, if I could scroll down without it like jumping all the way to the bottom, that would be great. All right, as I'm scrolling, I'm just going to take this time to say, if you'd like to sign up for one-on-one coaching, you can do so in the link below in the description on YouTube, and of course on Facebook. You know how to get a hold of me. And also I have a collaboration with Veronica Isles coming out tomorrow. I keep wanting to say Veronica Mars. I really wish it was with Veronica Mars, but I do love Veronica Isles. She's a very sweet, very nice video coming out. It's all of you audience questions. So you might find your own question there. So make sure you tune back in tomorrow. Part 1 will be on her channel and part 2 will be on my channel. And those drop at 11:30 a.m. Pacific time tomorrow. Me and Veronica Isles. Not Veronica Mars, but still awesome. Okay. All right. Lila says, oh, no, wait. Miss Hill. You confirmed one of my affirmations. He tells me his deepest, darkest secrets. I wrote it last year. Keep telling the story. He trusts you like he trusts nobody. He can't even open up to anybody. He couldn't imagine spilling his guts to anybody else. And he finds it so intimate and sexy that let me rephrase it. He finds it so sexy that he can be so intimate with you. Okay. Change, like you can write it the way you want it to, guys. Nobody, not a single person has to know what you've got going on up here. Nobody's like lurking around the corners being like, are you thinking positive about yourself? You know what I mean? Like it just doesn't exist. So go Fantasyland full force, 127,000% in your brain, fantasy mode. Only entertain what you want. I don't care what shows up in your world. It does not matter. Okay. It's almost like our bodies and our minds live in a different place. I think you want to think of it like that. Think of it as your mind lives in 10 steps ahead of body land. Body lives in 10 steps behind land. Okay. Body lives in trash dump. Body lives in banana peels. Body lives in the land of the lost socks, where all the dumping ground of old things. And I'm covering this in all my videos this week, so make sure you come back. But the brain lives in Tomorrowland, okay? The brain lives in the future world. So if you can remember that at all times, that, okay, fine, my body's going to live in the past. Things are going to happen to me that I don't have any control over because I've already like set them in motion. Fine. What I do have control over is how I react to them, how I frame them, how I shape them in my mind, and how they make me feel, or if they make me feel anything. So if my brain is always in Tomorrowland, and my body's always in blast from the past, I can at least understand the operation, the mechanism of this machine, okay? So body's going to do what it does. Body's going to respond to the past. Sorry, body, I kind of sent some shitty things your way. I apologize. I'm working on it. I'm only sending you good stuff from now on. But brain's in Tomorrowland. Brain is only forward thinking, and we're only thinking about the things that we actually want to experience. Otherwise, it's not even worth giving it attention because it's just not productive, and you're just going to be voting for the outcome that you don't want. Did I even answer? I don't even know what I'm talking about. Okay. I've been obsessively studying law of attraction / Neville for 8 months, and I was doing really well, but recently had a lot of traumatic stuff happen, and I've been crying ever since. Oh, God, yeah, life happens, babe. And I don't know how any other way to explain it than that. It's just like, shit's gonna happen. It's going to. Like, there's nothing we can do about that. So the better we are primed to deal with things by reminding ourselves that we're the power at all times, and we can always create a version of us that is like at peace with what has happened. You can always select, okay, fine. you know what? I'm going to be the version of me that's at peace right now. I'm going to be the version of me that understands that this all happened to shape who I am and that I'm going to be even better going forward. And that's it. And you operate from that standpoint forward, and you allow the universe to send you new impulses and new thoughts that align with that new way of thinking. So you got this, girl. It's all responding to you. Let the body feel what it feels, but don't let the thoughts happen or the thoughts join the party. The thoughts need to stay on the straight and narrow. Remember, the thoughts are in Tomorrowland. So if the body's experiencing past world and past world fucking sucks and it hurts really bad, it's very important that the brain does not join that party, okay? The brain has to stay with everything is fine. It's all working out. It's fine. It's going to be better. It's going to be better. It's on the upswing. Amazing things are coming. And you only want to think those type of thoughts. Okay. Oh, also Lila says, I've been waiting for the video with Veronica for a while. I know we can't listen. That thing was so manifested perfect. Let's see. You announced it a while ago. I'm super excited, but she doesn't teach Neville, so this will be interesting. Yeah, we have a little bit of different viewpoints, but the stuff that we talked about, a lot of it is about confidence, about understanding your own power, about allowing yourself to just like take what comes instead of like having to hold on so tight to the way that it unfolds. So it worked out really well. I really liked how it went. And that thing was completely manifested because I had never even heard of her. Not in it, like, I don't mean that in a mean way. I just had never heard of her. And I was doing like SEO research on YouTube one night for my video that week or that day or whatever. And I just randomly saw her name. Like I just saw it. It stood out in my mind because it's kind of a pretty name. It like rolls off the tongue nice. So I was like, oh, Veronica Isles. That's another law of attraction teacher. That's like literally as much attention as I gave it. I just like I saw her name. And then the next morning she emailed me about a collaboration. So I was like, oh my God. Like when I saw her email in my inbox, I was like, oh, what? I just found you like 6 hours ago and now you're in my inbox. It's so bizarre. And then somebody from her community and also from our Facebook group had suggested we do a video together. And then it was like she was sick on the day we were supposed to do it. And then the next week I was sick. We were supposed to do it. So it ended up working out. And so now it's coming out at the perfect time, which is tomorrow. And everything always works out exactly how it's supposed to be, of course. Okay. Sharon says, OMG, that's me at work. Honestly, they find me hilarious and love me. I prefer going to work than going out. Work is my therapy. Okay, so I want you to take that story about how people treat you at work and just understand that if you expand that to the rest of your life, then everybody else will treat you like that as well. And, like I'm always coming into contact with people who find me to be the funniest person in the room. I always keep meeting these people who like love me and they're kind of obsessed with me in a cool way. And it's just so refreshing to meet people who stimulate me mentally, who like what I have to say, who find me exciting. They want me to be around. They're always inviting me to stuff. Change the story and talk about everybody like this, including your SP. Okay. It's all the same. Ooh, everyone likes the book club idea. We're kind of behind on the things, but yeah. So book club. Let's put that into motion. Somebody posted about it in the group and tag me so that we can get this going. Okay, Nick says, Roxy, have you ever had negative or opposite manifestation result in your latest state? Did you finally change it and manifest? Were you ever disappointed and dropped your desire totally? That's a great question. Yeah, stuff happens in my life all the time. Like I haven't won the jackpot of the lottery yet. I've won the lottery. I did win it. I won $1. So I did win the lottery, but now I'm like, okay, fine, jackpot. But like at the end of the day, it just doesn't matter. Like when they built a brand new 7-Eleven by my house. So it was like this thing, like the lottery number, like they have this like ticker that tells you how much the lottery like jackpot's up to, and it sits in the window. And that was in the window of the 7-Eleven for like a month before it opened. So it was just like, 70 million, 85 million, 120 million. Those are mine. Like I kept seeing these numbers. So it just got me into this mode of like, you know what? If the lottery exists in my reality, it's so that I can win it, right? Why else would I have it? The world is a catalog. I can have anything I want because it's there. I can choose it. So fine. I'm going to win the lottery, which I did. I'm going to win the jackpot. I'm going to get that damn jackpot. But yeah, you know what? Like I still buy my ticket and I don't care. I like it. It's fun. It's a game. I don't mind putting that money in because money always flows. I've changed my ideas about so many things that it just doesn't matter anymore. If something happens I don't like, I'm just like, oh, okay. I don't know. Here's an example. There was a car accident on my street, and I keep telling the story. I need to stop telling the story, but it doesn't matter. I'm not letting it impress upon me, but I have issues with car accidents or whatever. So this woman like plowed into a bunch of cars on my street, and like all the neighbors were outside. There was cops. The girl's on the side of the road. Everyone's speculating about her. They're telling all these stories. They're like co-signing all of it. And I was just sitting there like looking at all of it go down. And then I just all of a sudden had this like idea. I was like, this isn't even real. Like, what is this thing? Like, I just found it very amusing. It was like a little movie for me. And I was like, oh, this is funny. This is a funny little weird, but I detached from it so much. I was like, there's no way I'm letting this impress upon me and make me worried about anything. Like, this is a very funny little like comedic scene going on in front of me. And that's just how I treat it. I don't know. I kind of just like, if it doesn't align, okay, I'm not there yet. I keep going down my path. It's not going to stop. Just because something doesn't align or isn't exactly the way I want to, what am I going to give up? Now I'm just not going to do anything for the rest of my life because that one thing didn't work perfectly yet. No, I just keep going. You never give up. Erica says, I woke up as the cute girl who has her cute SP. You sure did, boo. You sure did. Oh, nope. Sorry, I got a phone call there. Okay. Shazia says, oh, thank you, Shazia. Thank you so much for the advice. I'm going to script about this tonight. You're so right. I'm literally telling the story, even though it feels so real, the culture difference. Yeah, it is real. It's real right now because past you has been keeping it in vibration or keeping it in, like basically like you built a fence around yourself that you don't even know is there. And even though it's not necessarily like your fault that that fence is there, like it's something that happened in childhood that you kind of just like accepted was like, okay, this is my fence. Uproot that shit right now. Start pulling posts out right this second. Okay. You don't even have to wait till tonight. What am I saying? My family respects me. They love the fact that I'm a trailblazer. They're so proud that someone in their family is, you know, questioning the norm and like bucking the system or whatever, you know, again, change the story. People are fascinated by you for doing that. And that's it. Aya says, I've made an observation that oftentimes when we're manifesting an SP and we know how 100% possible it is, hold on, I'm trying to read this. Yes, it's still not unfolding. It's oftentimes a reflection of our own fears to commit / fears of relationship in some way or another. Yes, true. It is the best thing to do in this case, focusing specifically on revising the fact that we have these commitment fears / tackling our own resistance towards relationships in general. I hope this makes sense. Yes, it does. This is what I say. Do all of it. Okay. When people ask, like, what technique do I use? All of them. All of them. Think of it. Okay. I don't know why I always think of these analogies. I always think like this, like these pictures just get put into my mind. I envision like this giant, like blob, amorphous, like undulating thing as like your whole life. Okay. And it's got these fissures in it and these little cracks where we can kind of sneak in, you know, on, in Star Wars, like how the Death Star had that one little like window that they were able to like sneak in and blow it up like this. We have these little back alleys. Okay. So we use all of our techniques to get into every single back alley that we can find. And we want to put our thoughts in and our new affirmations and our new visualizations and our past revision, all of it into it. We do all of it. Okay. Again, 360, this is holistic. This is your entire life. This is the way your whole brain works now. So yes, we revise things from our past that didn't align. Yes, we visualize where we're going and what we want. Yes, we visualize things going different ways. Again, same thing with past revision. Yes, we use affirmations all day long. Yes, we do all day long. Yes, we script every day. You got to do all of it, guys, or otherwise it's just like, it's like making a sandwich and not putting like the ingredients. It's like you like put mayonnaise and mustard on your bread and then you slapped it together and there it is. Here's my sandwich. You know, it's like, well, put all the other good shit in there too. Let's put it all in there. Okay. Miss Kid says, how do I keep manifesting the right state of mind while manifesting my girlfriend? Again, it's all of it. You got to use all of it. Do past revision, change the way things went down in your mind so that you expect her to show up differently to you. Make sure that you're giving yourself what you need from her, what you need from the rest of the world. You're being very clear on what it is that you need from a partner, not her. She's her own separate thing that you need to clean up on its own. You need to start telling a new story about her. In the meantime, you also need to figure out exactly what it is that you need in a relationship, period. No faces attached, no person attached. This is what do I need as a person in a relationship to be fulfilled and stay in that relationship. That's what you need to understand. That gets very clear. And that is not connected to your SP, okay? These are different ideas. When thoughts of love, companionship, partnership, people, whatever come up, we think about this version, this container that we're building. The universe is sending us the most perfect people. We only come in contact with people who respect us, who love us, who value us, who see that we're amazing, who bring out the best in us, who inspire us to treat them nicely, blah, 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 blah. This covers all the people in your life. If you start saying that I only interact with this type of version of people, your family, your friends, your coworkers, your SP, everybody, strangers, fall in line with this story. Now, in addition, separately, anytime you think about your SP, you only think thoughts about her that are like, she's awesome, she loves me, she wants to be with me, she's figuring out how to make it work in her life, she's having her own aha moment, she's falling in love with herself, we're coming together so seamlessly, blah, 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 blah. We want to keep these things separate because if you have negative emotions about your SP and you try to fit her into this mold, now we've got negative emotions about love in general. So if the SP photo is on the wall, basically if we're thinking about it, we're hanging the frame on or the photo on the wall, what frame is it in? It better be in the frame that we want it to be in. We're only thinking of things in the way that we want them. Then if you're thinking about SP, you see a text, she comes up in your mind, whatever, she's brought up in any way, your thoughts only need to be how great she is, how great you are together, how wonderful it's working out, blah, 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 blah. Sorry, a lot of coffee. So, again, we're changing the story everywhere, every single letter of it, okay? I hope that answers your question. And you stay on top of it. You stay on top of it. You do this all the time. Give yourself 30 days. Suspend disbelief. We spend logic and we spend self-criticism and doubt, okay? So suspend self-criticism and doubt. This one's very important, okay? Because that's what's killing all of your manifestations is your doubt because you're doing it all day, every day. The whole point of law of attraction, all studying this stuff, is learning how to turn down the volume on the doubts. That's it. That's all because you're already doing it. So yeah, stay on top of it. Be very diligent about your thoughts. They do not get to join the party. Again, your feelings can feel what they feel, fine. Thoughts need to stay on the straight and narrow. Thoughts are in future land. Thoughts are in tomorrow land. We only describe a future that we want to experience. Ava says the culture difference is very hard, Shazia. I get that. It's only hard because you guys keep saying that. Like you're just co-signing her. Not that I don't love you, Ava, but you're co-signing her right now, and you guys are now sinking back into that story together. So no, it's not hard at all. They get you. They understand you. They think you're amazing. You're trailblazing. Not every single person in any culture thinks the same way. So remember, you're deciding how people treat you. That's it, always, in every moment, okay? Lila says, can you make a video about how to change something that has a lot of resistance to it? Like for someone who has been raped or abused for years and have resistance towards love and men. First of all, I'm so sorry. And I'm very sorry that you have had to deal with that. What I'm going to say might sound insensitive. I don't mean it like that, but like you're making this like your whole deal, and you're going to be. I mean, it's almost like you're putting up a neon sign that says like, "Don't effing come over here, nobody," and that translates to your SP or to whatever. So, you're going to need to start selecting a version of you that either has dealt with it, has made peace with it, or didn't experience it. And it's going to take conscious selection, and you're going to have to continue to choose it and going to have to go back in and say, nope, I've made peace with this. I'm the version of me that's made peace with this, or whatever. You want to make sure you're always going back to the end goal of being, hey, this happened to me. And yes, it was terrible. Even maybe not that, because we don't want to give it any life. It's just like, I'm where I am now because of what I've experienced, and that is okay. Because from this moment forward, I have the chance to choose whatever reality that I want. And I only come into contact with people who are gentle, who are kind, who are extremely respectful, who understand my boundaries, who understand my value, who put my feelings first, who isn't afraid to allow me to feel the way I feel and just kind of let that be. You got to start telling a new story about everybody you come in contact with, because, I know that's going to be spilling over into your life in other areas. So work on, if you, I don't know if you want to go back and revise that stuff, you can. If it's too triggering to go back there, I wouldn't do it. But I would just say, starting from this point forward, yes, what happened to me got me to where I am. And I'm thankful to be here in this moment, because now I understand that I can have anything going forward, and that's empowering. And that's kind of all you need to address. If you can just keep your mind forward focused from now on, that will help you. And again, change the story about men, change the story about people, change the story about what that experience did to you. Or if you can't, erase it completely. That's on you. Oh, wow. You guys always ask the same questions at the same time. It's crazy. Okay. So let's say all abuse / shit for 30 some years and been awake for 2 years, strict mental diet for 6 months. Eventually good stuff will pop off. Just currently living out the stuff we created on autopilot. I would say, I mean, it's hard to say exactly that's what it is. I would say more so it's because you're still adhering to it, because you still think that eventually that word, that's going to kick. These little things lie in little tiny areas. You don't realize it. You're saying eventually I'll get there. That's the little engine that could. That's like, it's getting there. It's hard. I'm trying, but it's been hard. I'm working on it, but you know, no, I got this. I'm the me that has made peace with this. I'm okay with where I'm at in life because it's gotten me to this point. That's, you know, it's a little bit slight shift in the way that you're thinking about it, because again, you're defining yourself by these actions and these instances that happen to you. So you got to stop defining yourself by them. You say, hey, it happened to me, or whatever, it didn't, I'm erasing it. But either way, I'm here where I am right now, and this is a great place to be because now I know that I have the power and no one can take that away from me. That's it. Julianne says, how do you deal when a third party always enters your mind with your SP? You have to redirect it. Again, we attack this on all fronts. I would say revise, take these instances whenever they pop in your head and erase them out. Like literally like stop the script, like skirt, your film strip stops, and then erase them out. Visualize conversations, visualize everything going differently, and redirect these thoughts. Every time you think about them with whatever, what am I saying? This person loves me. They adore me. I'm the only person that could be fulfilling to them. They can't open up to anybody else. They can't be themselves around anybody else. When they're not with me, they're just trying to figure out what the hell they're doing without me. Give them their own awakening. They're like they're blowing their minds right now with how much in love they are with you. They didn't even realize it. And now they're like, what the hell am I not doing with this person? What do I do now? How do I make my life fit into this person's life? Okay. You're feeding them everything, their actions and stuff. So every time your third party pops in and you co-sign it and you're like, oh yeah, maybe there are a third party, or you sit there and entertain it instead of redirecting and redirecting and redirecting and redirecting, then you're just going to create, you're literally like putting the atoms in place for this person to exist. So you're voting for them again, like you're voting for them by entertaining that idea. So don't vote for them anymore. If it comes in your mind, you redirect it every time. Redirect, 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 redirect. And again, if you feel feelings, if you feel anxiety, if you feel fear, let the feelings happen, but the thoughts don't join the party. The thoughts need to stay focused. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. He only has eyes for me. They're always thinking of me. I'm the only person in their life. And if you want, give the third party person a new story. Make them their cousin. Make them their freaking assistant, or maybe they're starting a charity together. I don't know. Just give them a benign story. You want to do it from all different angles. Just any way that you can get your mind away from this like dread and fear of what this person might bring is good. I don't even have to worry about that. That's his cousin's girlfriend. She's just hanging around. That's fine. Or whatever. She's not here. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, it's all around. You have to approach it from all angles and do all of the things, get them out of there. That's the best advice I can give you, because your diligence in redirecting your thoughts is probably what's causing your issue here. I can't really tell off not speaking with you, but like directly, but I would say for most people that entertain their third parties, it's because you're entertaining it over and over and over. You can't do that. You are stronger than that thought. So exert some of your power. You need to take responsibility, take a step back, and stop being so affected by things that have nothing to do with you, with the most love possible. Sharon says, your analogies are magic. Thank you, Sharon. Okay. Joe says, I recently was in a circumstance that was unwanted with my SP, and I've been in no contact. I do want to reach out, but I want to be a priority by my person. Yes. You need to be a priority for yourself first. You need to know, like, hey, if they're not putting me first of all, it's because I'm not putting me first. And second of all, I'm not going to put up with that from them anymore. No, they treat me with respect. They only treat me in the ways that I allow. And that's it. And we wait till the universe shows up that way. And if they come into your life that doesn't align with that, you reaffirm what you do want. You don't take offense to it. Even if they say they hate you and you're ugly and they never want to see you again. Oh, interesting. That's weird because actually you love me. You have to, again, like the thoughts don't get to join the party. The thoughts live in Tomorrowland. So if something happens in 3D world, so what? It has nothing to do with what your thoughts, nothing to do with this. Like the 3D world is so past. It's so much in the past that your thoughts are in the future. So they really don't have anything to do with each other. Your thoughts are creating the next thing. So if you let the past affect the thoughts, then you're creating more of the past. It's not productive. It's not worth it. Erica says, yes, need to let go of resistance to accept what love is. I want the opposite of everything I've ever received. Okay. How do I feel about this? You can say that as long as you're not, like when you say I want the opposite of everything I've ever received, there's so much emotion behind that. And it sounds to me like you're anchoring yourself back to that story again. So that was your past. That was old you. This you has nothing to do with that. You need to get into that mindset. You need to understand it has nothing to do with what you do going forward. None. You guys are so sweet. Thank you. Amy says, I ended things with my SP and it ended badly. I didn't like the way I was being treated, but now I want him back and working on manifesting a different version of him. Haven't communicated at all. Tips. Cut out the story that it ended badly. Revise that in your mind. Change the way it ended. Change that you guys just amicably took some time apart so that you could work on yourselves. And now that you've worked on yourself, it is better than ever. You guys are working out so amazingly. You're falling in love with yourselves every single day, and it's bringing you guys closer. It's making your bond stronger, and it's amazing. That's it. That's the only story we tell. The thing you want and the thing you're thinking about have to match. Yep. We're kind of behind, but thank you, Lucille. Glad you put that in the chat. Aya says, I also just started doing this thing a few days ago that's been really helping with invasive SP thoughts, where every time an invasive SP thought comes up, I immediately visualize / feel his new version sweetly and playfully bumping me in the arm, being all, hey, babe, stop. Oh, wait, hold on. Hey, babe, that stops. And then I'm all, oops, sorry, babe. It helps me immediately remember that his new version and instantly revert back to that story. Yeah, that's great. That's great. Whatever keeps you there, whatever gives you like that new foundation to stand on. I'm only choosing this version of him that's playful and cute and funny. And I'm going to reiterate that by only viewing him that way. I'm only going to describe him that way. If I'm thinking of him, it's only this version of him that I'm thinking of. That's how you select it. How do you deal with negative emotions and ego when it comes to when SP? Whose negative emotions and ego? I need more background on that one. Lucille says, Roxy, you do look good. Damn, you're proof. That's right, girl. Damn, I look good. That's the phrase I use. I don't even care what I look like. I could be the most haggard paper bag in the whole world, but I'm like, girl, look how supple that skin looks. Okay. Lila says, what should I visualize if my goal is to be a famous singer? Well, I mean, come on. Right? You know what to visualize. What should I visualize for more streams / follows on social media and iTunes? Well, visualize that. I mean, really, right? Visualize yourself on stage. Visualize yourself like, I have one, like if you watch movies like the Katy Perry movie, I know that sounds really silly, but like I've seen that movie like 50 times and I cry every single time because I mean, I chased a music career for like 15 years. So that movie like resonates hard with me. And, oh, hold on. Let me plug in my phone. So that Facebook doesn't die. So yeah, that movie like super resonates with me. And you can use movies like that as like visual fodder. Like use like, I always visualize myself like on a stage. Well, I actually don't really do it anymore, but I used to. On a stage, like in a stadium with just like thousands of people and I'm just like, yeah, you know, like screaming at them, like the end of the show, like being like, fuck yeah, all you people out there coming to see me. There's a scene. What should I visualize for more streams and followers? Literally visualize it going like your numbers going up. Visualize, say every day I wake up and I have 1,000 more new streams. Write this into your scripting. Every single day I wake up with 1,000 new streams. Every single day I wake up with 50 new followers. And you just keep telling the story over and over and over until it's true. And then now we tell the story every day I wake up with 2,000 new streams. Every day I wake up with 100 new followers or whatever. Like, you're telling the story, so tell only the one you want. It's not, guys, it's not hard, okay? We narrate our lives all day long by the thoughts that we think about. So pay attention to your thoughts. Do they align with your end goal of being a famous singer? If not, redirect them and switch them. Reaffirm what you actually do want and then keep it moving. How do we create people before they do something to us? Example, guy that's hot and cold. How do we create that? Because normally he does it and then we notice and complain about it. You create that by your own ideas of your self-worth or value, your ideas of what you think relationships are going to be, your past relationships, how things have played out, what your parents' relationship was like. All of these things factor into our beliefs that, because if you have a hot and cold, you're selecting somebody that's emotionally unavailable for you. You are not sure of your power. You doubt yourself. You have insecurities. All of these things, they cause you to attract the version of them that doesn't treat you right. That's why it happens beforehand, because when they show up, you've already chosen a version of them that doesn't value you because you don't value you, or you don't think they're good enough. Sometimes it's you don't think that they're good enough. I find that one really funny to me. When people are like, I don't know why I can't manifest him. And then I say, well, what's your thoughts? Well, I don't know if he's good enough for me. Hello, that's going to be a reason. But, yeah, so it's your ideas of how people should behave, how they do behave, how they should treat you, what your worth, what your value is. That's how you choose the versions of people that show up in your life. So when you attracted him, you didn't think you were worthy enough, or somewhere down the line, somewhere in the relationship, it started working out good. And then you started worrying, well, what if he goes with someone else? What if I'm not good enough? What if I'm not pretty enough? What if he wants to be with whatever, all those little wishy-washy, like what ifs and stuff. That's how hot and cold behavior usually manifests. So you did it beforehand. So that's why, again, perfect way to bring this around to the fact that you need to fix all of your issues before you manifest this person back into your life, okay? Because you're going to manifest a version of them that is not completely right. Your gravy is not done simmering, basically. You're not done fixing the fissures within you and filling in the holes before you attract someone. Because you want, again, if you want your circle, your relationship to be whole, your half needs to be whole and their half needs to be whole, okay? And their half isn't going to be whole until your half is whole. So you need to work on yourself, period. Andrew Mickelson. Do I want to give energy to your comment? I'm just going to read the second half, which was, you answered my question. Yay! Okay, we manifested it. Awesome. Erica says, you're right. I am there. I'm only thinking of good future. She said, give these people their awakening. Yes. I always say to people, if you're wondering what your SP is doing when they're not with you, they're having their own awakening. Give them the law of attraction. Send them the secret. Send them a spiritual awakening. Send them self-love. They are having their own awakening, and it is making them appreciate you so much more. That's the only thing that they're doing when they're not in your presence. Visualizing third-party happy with someone else. Yeah, you can do that. I mean, it kind of, oh, there's my wall. How do I get that to turn back? Okay, that was weird. Yeah, just keep in mind, if you are visualizing them, that you're allowing them to exist. So just be careful with where your thoughts go with that. Been scripting and visualizing amazing situations. I never knew I was bringing shit to myself. You sure are. I didn't know I was calling in repetitive cycles till I started seeing Jasmine and you talk about this. Serious? I wish I knew this years ago. Don't beat up on yourself for what you didn't know before, because you weren't ready. If you were ready to absorb that knowledge, you would have gotten it. So don't even worry. You're ready now, and that's all that matters. Looking forward, it's all that matters. Only telling good stories from now on. Had no idea how powerful thoughts are. Yeah, your thoughts are everything. Your thoughts are creating the whole world. Okay, that's a funny thing that you say that. I never had any idea how powerful our thoughts are. Do you know, like, the old, like, those, like, from like the olden days where they have those bicycles and you pedal on them and then they make like power, and like the more you pedal, the more power you get. Think of your thoughts like that. Like, that's how your world is perpetuated and populated is through this. You're in the wheels turning in your mind is literally holding your world in place and making it go, 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 go. So yeah, put on the tire. If your wheels are doing the whole thing, make sure that you got the brand of tires that you want on those MF and wheels, guys. I'm in a long distance relationship. My girlfriend keeps talking less and less to me, and it worries me because I love her to death. I always think about what I said wrong, and she talks less to me. Well, there you go. You are manifesting that. So no, girlfriend loves you. When she's not talking to you, it's because she's having her own awakening. She's trying to figure out how she can make the relationship from a long distance relationship to a short distance relationship. Okay. Give them whatever they want. Just because they might live 20,000 miles away from you has nothing to do with anything, because this is all energy, and energy is just energy. So they could be here in an instant. So change the story. Don't let the 3D world, just because it is, does not mean it has to be forever. Okay. Nothing is permanent unless you decide it is. So the relationship is great. They always talk to you. She always responds. She always wants to know what you're talking about. She always wants to hear from you. You make her feel amazing, blah, 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 blah. You can't be telling these stories and like adhering to them. Okay. You recognize that she's pulling away. You need to reaffirm that she's engaged. This person loves me. They find me so interesting. They're hanging off my every word. They can't stand being around anybody else that isn't me, blah, 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 blah. And on top of it, she's kind of trying to figure out how to move to where I am, or how I can move there, where we can be together. Think about things like this, like change the direction of your wheels to go in. How can we make this work land? We're both trying to figure this out. We're both loving ourselves more, and we're both trying to figure out our union, because we want to be together more than anything else. That's the only story you tell. Okay. I tried to manifest a relationship with a tennis player, but love meant nothing to her. Well, guess what? You got issues with love. You got to deal with your own things, because she's a reflection of you. So that's going to be your own fear, your own doubt, your own insecurities, fears of being left, fears of not being good enough, fears of relationships not working out, belief that relationships don't work out, not believing in love. I don't know, somewhere in there it's going to be lurking around. These things I can kind of give you advice off of like a 2-sentence text, but if you really want to get to the bottom of it, sign up for one-on-one coaching. That's what the coaching is for. We get to your specific issues, and then we rewrite your beliefs and the way you're thinking about it, so that you can be on the productive thing. And now that I said that, also make sure you come back tomorrow, because I have a collaboration with Veronica Isles coming out tomorrow, 11:30 a.m. Pacific time, and part 1 will be on her channel. Part 2 will be here on mine. Okay. Lucille says, it's like in the valley, step on the gas pedal to go back up there, step hard on that damn gas pedal. Yes, girl, exactly. Thank you. Thank you for enriching my own. I wish I could put that in this week's video. We'll add that to it. But yeah, peaks and valleys, energy flows and it ebbs. Always, 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 always. So if you're in a valley, you know that right now it's just an absence of energy. It's a lack of energy, but that is a good thing, because that means that we're about to be on an upswing where we're going to hit another peak. So double down on what you're saying. Put your foot on that gas and just, yes, everything's working out for me. Everything's amazing. I'm doing all of this. I'm powerful. Yes, it's all working. I really do act like this all day long. Okay. It's a good thing I work from home. See, this is another thing. I created my own job. I work from home. I can listen to whatever I want all day long. I can say whatever I want. I can act however I want. And I can describe only the story that I want to describe, because I don't really have anybody else. But I always tell my husband he's my coworker, so I always have to like talk to him about stuff, because I don't have anyone else to talk to. But he's on it, so he understands. He lets me, we daydream together and stuff and talk about how awesome our lives are unfolding. Is trying to be more noticeable to your SP and attractive, contradicting to law of attraction? Can you think of it as being more attractive and noticeable to yourself? Because you're not giving yourself the attention and love that you need, and the compliments and the like specialness, and that's why your person's not giving it to you. So give it to yourself first, so that you can start choosing better versions of them. Okay, just made something up, says, I've been trying to manifest a relationship since my divorce 7 years ago. I've only attracted 3 dates in all that time, no relationships, 1-hour dates. Well, change that story. No offense, this is going to sound really shitty. I don't mean this in a mean way, but I can just tell by that statement that you have a really shitty story about yourself and about dating. So you need to look at what it is that you're actually saying. What do you actually believe is possible for yourself, and change it? Because again, like achieving what you want, finding a person, getting the relationship that you want to be in has 0. Remember the biggest 0 I can make? zero to do with how good you are, how amazing you are, how smart, attractive, pretty, funny, whatever you are. It has 100% to do with, can you operate the machine that is life? Period. Okay? And how do we operate the machine that is life? We match the way that we think about, let's see, how do we say that? The thing that we want and the way we think about it have to match. And then it's, wait, how did I say that? The thing that we want, the way we want something to go, and the way we think about it have to match. And then magic is made, okay? Otherwise, if they don't match, magic is not made. So change the story. You are always finding people that you can't go to the grocery store without meeting some hot young ticket or some hot ticket your same age or whatever that has it going on, that has all their shit together, that is completely loving themselves. They've had their own awakening. They're like super duper single. They're just kind of ready to meet somebody. They're available. This is how you talk about it. I always meet people who are available. They like stimulate my mind. They're complimenting me. They make me feel special. Like, it is amazing. It's just like the universe keeps sending me all these great people. And then when I go on dates with them, we have a freaking blast. Imagine yourself at the end of dates. So let's change a few stories. We're going to change the way we think about ourselves. We're going to change the story we tell about people. I'm always finding people who are attracted to me. I'm attracted to them. We have great chemistry. The conversation never ends. It's like we're just feeding off each other. It works out so well. These are the only stories we're telling. And then I also want you to visualize yourself at the end of a date. Like, you just walked up to your house and you're like, oh my God, that was like the best date of my life. Like, visualize yourself at the end of dates being like, wow, that was amazing. I just got goosebumps thinking about it. Wow, that was real. Actually, I wasn't just saying that, but do that. I just got goosebumps. This was amazing. I just had the best, like, that person understood me. I feel so seen and appreciated and sexy and valued. Go to the end of that, like, see yourself going on dates, or not just going on dates, but like at the end of them, just being like, that was amazing. Because that will kind of cover everything in between. And then, yeah, change the story that you're telling. You have to change that story. You know what I mean? Like, you had 7 years to figure yourself out, and that's great. Now you are ready to find some other person to share your life with, and that's all that matters. Okay, Victoria says, I feel pretty much that it's coming. The versions I chose are what it is simply. Yes, and also I'm psychic, so I'm very sensitive. Yeah, psychic is just it's just ability to interpret vibrations. Like, you have a sensitivity to vibrations, so you can feel them coming, like, or like kind of understand the energy. You can read the energy or interpret the energy that other people can't really interpret yet. So yeah, of course, especially if you're psychic, then you better only look at things that you want, okay? Because you're powerful. Well, we're all powerful. Let's not say that we're not all powerful. Okay. Roseanne says, how to manifest another state? I feel so nervous / anxious these last few days, even though last week I had some successful little manifestations. I don't know why I feel this way. I really want to let go. Okay. So first things first, this goes back to the energy waves. Remember, everything in this world flows in waves. Energy, water, light, it's all the same. It's all a wave. Okay. That means you're going to have peaks. You're going to have times with an abundance of energy where things are happening. Manifestations are boom, 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 popping, popping, popping. You're on a roll. Inevitably, just like the ocean ebbs and flows, every single thing it does this. It's going to go back into a valley. When you're in the valley, this means you need to double down on your manifestations instead of being like, oh, it's not working anymore. No, damn, I'm powerful. This is all working out for me. Oh my God, I'm so good at this. Things are happening. You want to be primed for that next upswing because it's gonna flow back. It always flows back. It doesn't just like flow once and then ebb forever. That's not how this world works. So again, this has nothing to do with your worth, guys. It has everything to do with understanding the machine. Energy ebbs and flows. Cool. I get what I want by tractor beam, locking in on the reality, the version, the thing that I want, and then staying in that mind frame until it shows up. That's all you have to do. Nothing else, okay? Nowhere in that description of what I said, how things work, do I say you have to react to your 3D world. Nowhere in that do I say you have to adhere to what happens in your manifestations. When you get a manifestation, that's it. That's what you get. That's not in the manual. The manual says energy ebbs and flows. So fucking pay attention to what you're thinking, stay on your thoughts, and only think about the stuff that you want. That's how you get it. There's no other thing. That's it, period. So when you're feeling anxious and nervous, First of all, let your body feel it. Don't like fight that, but your brain doesn't join the party. The thoughts stay focused. You keep the thoughts off the ledge. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Even if you're freaking sobbing and dying on the ground, you don't know how you're going to make it through the day. Fine. Let the body do that. It's a body. It's going to do things like that. Again, the brain, that's what you're in control of. No, the thoughts don't get to go. You don't get to add momentum to the what ifs and the, oh, but this, and then remembering this thing. And no. Only it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's fine. 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 It's working out. Whatever you have to tell yourself. Again, feelings, fine. Thoughts, no, they don't get to join the party. And remember, if you had manifestations coming, great. That's a peak. If you're having an ebb, great. Double down on your affirmations. Double down on your reaffirming your power. Double down on saying, damn, I'm doing all of this. My thoughts are very, very prolific. They create. I need to be paying attention to them. Period. That's it. Sharon says he probably is. No, probably. He is. You're feeding him his reality. So if you say he probably is, you're entertaining a fact or I'm sorry, a reality where he's not doing that. So no, he is. He is. Cut out the probably. Cut out the wishy-washy, like, we have this like need or this desire, or we feel like we have to be honest about our situations. We have to tell it like it is. It has to be, well, this is the reality of it. Like, who cares about the reality? The reality is old news. What's next? He's not probably anything. He is in love with you, period. Okay. Oh, Nikki's interested in the book club. Okay, cool. If you're not in my Facebook group, go ahead and join the Facebook group, Black Moon Society. The link is below because that's where all of the book club info will be going down. And I'm probably gonna have I'm gonna need an assistant on that. Okay. Victoria says to Roseanne, you just have to slow down and do something for yourself that makes you believe, even if you look crazy, you're not. It's all energy. Energy is what's real. You are the creator. Yep, that's man. Sharon, stop. I love you. Stop telling these stories. I want to read it so I can point out. Okay, I'm going to read it because I'm going to point it out to you. He chased me for every minute of 5.5 years. Honestly, he totally adored me. Then blah, nothing. No. You just took the train to Butttown. We're not going on that train anymore, okay? He chased me for every minute of 5.5 years, and he's still doing it. Honestly, he totally adored me, and he still does. Period. No more trains to Butttown. No more butts. No more but no. Stop. You can't even say it there because now you just chose that version of him again. You just canceled out where you were a couple minutes ago and re-chose that version. So go back. No, he only has eyes for me. He chases me, not chased. Chases me now. He adores me now. Period. No comma. That's it. That's the only story you're telling. I don't care what happens. You have to be diligent, guys. Okay. And I love you. This is my loving tone. Okay. Al says, everything is working out. Best case scenario. Absolutely right. Kelly says, I can help with the book club if you need. I do. Thank you. Make a post, please, Kelly. Make a post in the group. We want to start a book club for like quantum physics, manifesting books. And can we make transurfing reality the first one so I can finish it, please? You know what? Actually, I don't even have the right version of that. Let's brainstorm. And I think it was somebody in there put a bunch of great book ideas. So let's get a brainstorm going so we can kind of figure out where we want to start, and then we'll get the book club going. Okay. So yeah, if you're not in the Facebook group, make sure you join the Facebook group because we're going to get a book club started, and we have a lot of books that we're going to read together. Oh, okay, Sharon, I love you. Thanks for being awesome and letting me yell at you. Of course, I do it with love. Oh, Sharon! Oh, I just yelled at you and you sent money. Okay, I love you, girl. Thank you. Let me read what was your next question? Okay, let me find what you got in here. You're so sweet. Thank you for letting me yell at you. You got this. This person loves you now, okay? There is no past. He only loves you now. All right, where the F was I? Okay. Oh, you're so sweet. Okay. All right. Oh my God, there's so many comments. Okay. Oh my goodness. You guys are silly. Oh my God. There's some stuff going down. We're talking about ticking boxes in the chat. Okay. Also, if you're listening to this back later, when I watch these, it's really funny when I'm sitting here reading these comments because nobody knows what I'm talking about. As soon as this chat goes off, they're watching this in the past and they're like, why does she just like get to a question? I'm trying to, the scroll takes a minute and then I'm reading through every single one. Some of them are people talking back to each other. Some of them are, yeah. Victoria loves my vibe and my aesthetic. Well, thank you, darling. I love you. Thank you. Appreciate you. Lucille says, I haven't looked into past revision yet. Where do I start? What I would do, I did a video about it. So look into the, it's in the manifesting playlist, past revision. I think it says something like rewrite your story is what the thumbnail says. So basically what we're doing here is we are taking instances from our past. This can be like a scene, like something that stood out way big in your life, like a big deal, something that happened. It can be a small deal. It can be like little pieces that led up to a bigger thing. It can be your boss said something rude to you, or you said something rude to your boss, a customer. I mean, like literally anything in your life past being a second ago, literally to a million years behind. Past revision is just you playing the scene over in your head or playing the conversation, whatever it is, playing it over in your mind, but reframing it so that it goes the way that you wish it would have gone. So that it goes exactly according to the train that we're on, the new train, the new thought process, the new everything. We revise these ideas in our minds, or these instances that stick out, or even at the end of the day, things that you didn't like or things that you want to make even better. What we're doing when we it's so hard to say, when we revise them is that, let me first say this. I don't know if it's changing the past. I can't say that with certainty because I don't know what's going on this planet. And I'm the first person to say that I really don't know what's going on here, but I'm just going off of the best known advice that we have, which has to do with quantum physics and energy. And that's the point I teach from. But having said that, if it doesn't change the past, at the very least, what it does is it changes the way that you expect things to show up. It changes the way you feel about certain situations, which could mend things like all along these like little places during your life you don't even realize have kind of been shaped by this. And so you're kind of like, you're purifying your vibration like in all these different areas. And what happens is, let's say that you got into a fight with your boss and you're worried that the next day you're going to get in trouble. Well, if in your mind you go home that night and you replay that scene over and over and over to your boss being like, damn, I am so glad I have you on my team. Like, what would I do without you? You have the best ideas or whatever. And that's the only scene you play, and you play it over and over and over and over and over and over and over. You let your subconscious kind of sink in and accept it. When you go into work, you're in the mind frame of, my boss loves me. My boss thinks I'm the best person in the freaking building and they want me around more. And so because you think like that, that's the version of your boss that shows up. And that's, to me, that's what past revision, again, I don't know if it changes the past. They say it does because past, present, future, everything all exists at once and nothing is linear. Time doesn't exist. But I don't know that. I don't know. All I know is that it changes the way you think and expect people to show up in your world and expect the way that you expect to be received. So you are received differently. So it's very useful. Renee says, love and light, Roxy. Thank you, Renee. Love and light to you. The SP is just not coming forward. I feel like I'm doing everything right. Any suggestions or video references? Many thanks in advance. Yeah, I want you to watch the hot and cold behavior one. Watch the putting you on a pedestal. That one's going to be really important for you. Because if you're doing everything right, well, first things first, you're not. Because you wouldn't even be telling that story if you were doing everything right. And again, I mean that with the most love possible. Yeah, check out the hot and cold, check out the pedestal one, and check out just the manifesting a specific person, the new techniques. Check out those 3. I want you to start getting, you need to start getting clear on what exactly you need from them and not what they can do for you, it sounds to me, again, I can't tell off of one sentence. I would have to like get into a coaching session with you, but it sounds like you're continuing to choose the version of them because you think that you have to change them, or you're trying to fix the situation, or it sounds like, again, I could be wrong. It sounds like you are trying to manipulate physical reality, which is like already done. It's like trying to, again, if you saw my video about the pen ink, it's like trying to change a black pen to red ink instead of manifesting just a red inked version of the pen. So I want you to get off the idea of like he's not coming around. Well, that's because we've been choosing the wrong version of him. So now we're only choosing the right version of him. We're only choosing the version of him that we want. And we do that by the way we affirm, by the way we think about them. And that's by declaring, I select this version of him. I'm, in fact, I select that version of all people. You have to respect me and see my value to be in my life. Otherwise, what's the point, you know? Okay. If I stop looking at what he likes on Insta or anything else unwanted, does that stop it from happening, or does it still happen, but I just don't see it? But what does it matter? If you don't see it, it doesn't matter. Like if a tree falls in the forest and no one's there to hear it, you know what I'm saying? Like you're creating it all. So like, I don't know how to make this plainer. You right now, by asking if I see things unwanted, is it like you're making it happen. You're making it happen. So who cares what happens when you're not observing something? Does it exist to you? No, it doesn't. How could it? It's not until you observe, you hear, you feel, like it's not until it makes it into your awareness that it affects you. Otherwise, it just does not exist. So if you don't know about it, then doesn't matter, because he's only doing what you say he's doing. So don't, you know what I mean? Like you can't entertain it at all. It bothers me and I find it disrespectful. Well, that's your problem. You're going to continue to be disrespected then, because you are giving disrespect out. You're feeling it. You're accepting it. You're taking it. You're like, it's like a billowing like engine, like a rocket ship, like all this, the energy and the fire billowing at the bottom of a rocket ship. That's like what I envision when I see things like this. It's like, you need to stop right now. Like, no. He's not doing anything when he's not with you. He's having his own awakening. If he's liking people's pictures on Instagram, it's because he's thinking about becoming a photographer and he really likes the lighting of that picture. Who cares? We make up our own story and it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be anything because you assign the meaning to it. You decide what he's doing when he's not with you. You decide what he's doing when he's with you also. So stop affirming or questioning about or doubting or anything about a version of him that's not completely devoted. That's it. He's devoted to you. Period. Roseanne says, are you going to make a new Rampage video? I love your last one. I listen to it every day. I will. I just haven't. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do it on yet, but I will. And Lucille says, yes. To Ann. I don't know if it's initials Ann M or is it A&M? I'm not sure. But yeah, Lucille says, you reacting to it keeps in your reality. Stop reacting. It dissolves. Exactly. Thanks, Lucille. Sharon, love you. Tarsha, hi, baby, happy welcome, thank you. Alice Skywalker says, my comment isn't showing. Oh, here it is. Okay, I see it, girl. I'm going to skip ahead because you said that. Alice says, oh, it's showing. Never mind. Okay. But I was asking how to deal with a wild circumstance. My SP moved on with a chick from Poland, super sudden, but finally confessed his feelings to me. I'm feeling bad. Don't create that anymore. You need to change the story. Your SP... Listen, they're having their own awakening. Right now, they're like, oh my God, what am I not doing with this person? What have I been doing? They're falling in love with themselves. They're loving every minute of life. They're ready to make it work with you. And that's the only story that you can tell about them, period. Like you can't, the second you guys are like, oh, but they did this. Guess what they just did? That. Like you're making it happen again. No, when they do something you don't like, you double down on your new manifestation. Oh my God, they freaking love me. He went off to Poland with someone else. He must be going to Poland to find me the most beautiful Polish, I don't know what a great export from Poland is, but that's what he's bringing me back. Otherwise, it's not in your reality. You cannot let it go up here, okay? Because this is like you need to keep this under lock and key, guys. This is extremely powerful, okay? This is your magic wand. Where are you pointing it? Don't point it at things you don't want. Lucille says, ha, that's funny. Sorry, body, I sent you some shitty stuff. That's true. And it's fine. Sorry, body. Our body takes a beating all the time. We love our bodies. Thank you, body. Like it does all the stuff. It allows us to taste, see, smell, touch, run, jump, swim, all of the things that our body does. And all we can do is tell it that it's ugly and it's a piece of shit. It's not doing right. No. Thank you, body. I'm so sorry. I keep sending you shitty stuff. I'm working on it. Okay. Victoria says, manifestation is real. I'm spiritually, but I'll pop off about me too, boo. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's get rid of this crazy person. Okay. Leanne, thank you. Nice to see you again. I'm tired. Gonna meditate, then got an early night. Yeah, I don't know. Where are you at? Where are you located? Tell me that. Tell me where you're at, Lucille. Oh, no, not Lucille, Leanne. Okay. Bugging a flea. It's starting to snow here, but in reality, I'm curled up with my SP reading a book. There you go. The mind is in Futureland, Tomorrowland. Okay, Maruki says, I don't know if you saw me already asking this question on Facebook post, but do you need to affirm every day that you're grateful for everything? Yeah, but listen, gratitude is more about affirming the stuff that you like. Gratitude, what that does is send to the universe a message that says, hi, I like this thing, more of it, please. It's just like you reordering good stuff. So yeah, be grateful. Be super grateful for all the amazing things in your life, because that's just going to get you more of them. And it's interesting. Oh, she says, do you need to affirm that every day to be able to manifest? No, we manifest all day, every day. Your being alive is a manifestation, okay? You need to understand how this place works. This is a machine. It is not a judgment booth where you're going to get, go in and tell your sins and someone tells you if you get to go to heaven or not. No, we're already living in hell. Just kidding. You live in your own hell or heaven, whatever. And everything comes to you based on your consciousness, period. Does not matter. Whether you like it or not, your consciousness creates. So get with the program, okay? That's the best advice I can give you. It's happening whether you like it or not, so figure out how to use it right, okay? Like, learn how to drive the car, basically. So no, you don't need to be grateful for things to manifest every day, but you should be grateful for things because your life is really amazing. And it's not until you appreciate what you have that you can start moving on and getting more of it. Because if you don't appreciate what you have, you're sending out to the universe, you're saying, I don't like my reality, and you're just going to get more of that. It's a mirror. So you're just going to keep continuing to get things in your reality that you don't like. Johnny, thank you. I am a half hour behind. Please be patient. Thank you. I appreciate you saying that. Yes. Layla says, thank you for answering my questions. I really appreciate it. I just love you. You're such a cool person. Oh, thank you. I'm all right. All right. Okay. Sharon, love you. Family, let's see. It's true about work, family, same, and everyone I meet. Absolutely. Everybody respects and loves you because you're an amazing person. And that's it. Okay, Myra. My SP said that I was too much when we ended things, and now he's in a relationship with a third party. What do you recommend? Well, I recommend that you listen to the things I've been saying for the last hour and 45 minutes. Your circumstances do not matter. This is past evidence of how you used to feel, has no bearing on what you create going forward. So stop telling that story. Stop adhering to the fact that your SP is not with you. Brain is in Tomorrowland, okay? Body is in the past. Whatever's happening now, again, does not matter. Where are you going with your future thoughts? Right now, you're creating more instances for your person to be with another person. So change the story, erase that third party out. They don't exist. They don't have to. They don't have to be there. And only choose the version of them that puts you first and only has eyes for you. My person is obsessed with me. They can't see themselves with anybody else. They want to be around me all the time. They love the feeling of being in a monogamous relationship with me. I give them everything that everybody else cannot. I make them feel so amazing that they can't imagine life with anybody else, whatever, blah, blah, blah. You need to be telling the story only, and you cannot talk about it. You can't, like, who cares what they said? That is an example of how you used to feel. That's a reflection of your old memories and feelings. So fine. Okay, great. Thanks. Thanks for letting me know how I used to feel. I know that I had those insecurities. I'm working on them now. And from now on, I only select the best versions of everybody in my life, period. Lucille says, I'm actually getting butterflies when y'all mention SP. I haven't been there in a while. I've been working on other things. Good. Work on all of it. Maggie has an exciting story. You better tell us, girl. Leave us hanging like that. Olga says, love your channel, Roxy. How can I get my neighbors to move away? Oh my God. Isn't that oh my, I remember when my last neighbors moved away, I almost cried. I saw them putting stuff outside and I was like, yes, oh my God. Anyways, just visualize, like start saying that, it's so peaceful here. I have the best neighbors. Everybody is so respectful. Visualize a moving truck out front and then putting their shit on it and like, just send them away with grace. Send them to like give them a new job that takes them across the country, give them something amazing to graduate onto, and then just visualize them leaving. And every day you're like, yes, they're gone, I'm free, whatever. Change the whole story. Oh man. I love this. Okay. Siempre Flamengo says, Jesus Christ is the way, I don't know, is the way, truth, and the life. Read your Bibles. It's so funny you say that because the Bible is literally a manifestational handbook. So yeah, read your Bibles and learn how to manifest, guys. Okay. Oh yeah, Lucille says, I read it and often. He also said all things he did and more we will do. He gave us this. Thank you, Lucille. Thank you. They've been telling us this stuff for thousands of years, okay? You think it's a coincidence that all law of attraction people teach the same general idea? No, it's not a coincidence. They've been telling us this for thousands and thousands of years. So get with the program. And I love you. All of you. I went out for Chinese food the other day and got a fortune cookie, and it said, soon you will get a letter from a loved one. So I'm taking it as a sign. That's right, girl. You already got that letter. They're writing it as we speak. May just be Ellen. Maybe just Ellen. Here are things that remind me of SP. My manifestations are coming. Yep. If you get a sign, if you get a synchronicity, use it as a chance to reaffirm that things are working out. That's what I do. No matter what they potentially could mean, they mean whatever meaning I give to them. So if I see a manifestation or a synchronicity, I'm like, there we go. I'm doing it. I'm doing all of it. It's responding to me. I'm amazing. I'm powerful. This world is amazing. It's working out just the way I want. I just affirm it. Okay, I'm going to mute this person because if you can't get on the same page and understand that we all live in one earth and it works one way, regardless of what you think your religion is or not, we're co-signing it and saying, yes, the manifesting is in the Bible. You have a problem with it. This ain't the chat for you. So I don't even know really why you're here. Goodbye. Okay. Okay, Bug in a Fleet. Who cares what the Death Star had? I don't care. Obviously, I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan. You got the reference, so... Ugh. How can I manifest a Roxy who's a Star Wars nerd? I don't know. Keep looking, because I didn't even see Star Wars till like 2007 or something. Okay. I recently changed my story about men. I used to tell myself that men were unreliable and serial cheaters, but I changed the story of the complete opposite. After that is when I attracted my SP. Exactly. That's exactly it. Your story is what's keeping it in place. So you change the story and that's it. Sharon, is this another one, Sharon? Or does this just pop in? Okay. All right. Sharon, I love you. You're amazing. Where is this? It was so much easier manifesting when I didn't realize I was doing it my whole life. Now that I'm learning about it and it's happening, it's so crazy. Yeah, it is. But, honestly, you can use it to scare you, or you can use that knowledge to scare you, or you can use it to empower you. If you can look back at your life and be like, wow, I did all of that. I did all of it, good and bad. Who cares? Because it got me to this point. So now I'm just going to manifest what I want going forward. And that's all you have to do. Hard to act natural because it's exciting. Well, listen, make the excitement of it your natural, because if you're excited about it constantly, oh my God, it's working. It's always working. Oh my God, this is so incredible. You're just creating more instances to feel like that. So there's nothing wrong with it. It's all your perception, your perspective of the situation that creates it. Nick says, have you ever experienced low confidence and self-esteem? Yeah, all the time. It's almost impossible for such a beautiful and awesome woman, but I just asked if yes, how did you change it? By the way, I love you. Thank you. Well, okay, first of all, this idea that people's looks determine whether or not they have confidence is completely wrong. Completely wrong. First of all, I'm just a person. I don't think I can look really good with makeup on, but normally 90% of my day I have on sweats. I look like crap and I just don't care what I look like. I spent so much of my life caring that anymore it's just like a waste of energy. I don't care anymore. But I've struggled with self-esteem of course, we all do. I had weight issues my entire life. Always had that in the back of my mind. But then it just got to a point, like I'm 36 now. I just like, it does not, I don't have the energy to waste on thinking I'm anything but amazing. Because if I entertain those thoughts, I lose my traction in my manifestation. I lose my ability to be on top of it. If I think for a second that I'm worthless and I'm not going to be able to get what I want, why would I do that? I know better. And it has nothing to do with whether I think I'm good enough, pretty enough, smart enough, rich enough, anything, skinny enough, whatever. It has to do with the fact that I am understanding how this world works. And that's all. I'm just going to do it the way that it does it so that I'm going with the grain and not against it. There's just no point. There's no point in like putting yourself down. Like, okay, so you've done it your whole life. Fine. Now switch that. Instead of putting yourself down, give yourself a compliment. All right, fine. You did really good at picking up that dog poop as soon as you saw it. Good job. Whatever. You start small. You go there and you get used to complimenting yourself and treating yourself with respect. And then as you go along, you start to realize, okay, again, this has nothing to do with my own ideas of self-worth. It has to do with whether or not I can focus on what I want and I can treat myself well enough to focus on what I want, to believe that it's coming. It all works together. Oh, Lord. Okay. Have you ever experienced, oh, you're just, yeah, got that. Okay. Oh. You guys, this is so weird. I'm just going to take this moment to say, if you would like one-on-one coaching, if you would like to kind of discuss your own issue and figure out what's going on within you. Hey, Lucille, I'm going to make you an admin, okay? I'm making you a moderator so you can you, I can't delete these comments. Like I don't have the same, I don't know why I can't do it the way you guys do it. So Lucille, you are now a mod. Please help keep non-productive comments off the chat if you can. Rose, hi babe. Okay. I felt it in my heart that my SP loves me and wants to be with me, but I felt he's fighting the connection because our relationship would be very unconventional in the eyes of both of our families. No, honey. You're holding that idea. You're holding the idea of the convention. Convention is a circumstance that you've created. Let me rephrase that. Maybe not necessarily that you created it, but you're at least adhering to it, okay? So you allowing this story to continue to tell, yeah, our families, I don't know about our families. They might not accept it. How are we going to do this? No. You change that story. Our families love us. They find our connection so amazing. They love the fact that we're branching out and doing something different. They respect us. They're inspired by us. They are in awe of our power and strength, and they just love every second of it. And that's the only story we tell, okay? Oh, Lord. Johnny, we're getting the mods work. Okay, yeah. Dale says, I like the redirecting the thought after feeling the emotion. I had to do this in a different situation. This is your bridge, okay? The redirecting your thoughts when you're having these bad ideas or you're thinking of things the wrong way. Redirecting, that is your bridge from old you to new you, okay? This is what's going to make your brain choose these thoughts automatically now, and it becomes second nature, and you don't have to police yourself for too long before your brain starts being like, oh, okay, this is how we think now, and it goes on board. My question is, how do I get my SP to pursue me fiercely as I feel he is scared to do so? You can't feel the fear. If you feel he's scared to do so, it just means that you're scared. It's just all of your fears manifesting. Again, rewrite the story. Nobody's judging you. The only person judging you is you. So decide that you get what you want. You get to live the life that you want. People respect you for the choices that you make. They're inspired by the fact that you're so independent and such a free thinker. And that's the only story you get to tell, period, okay? Julianne says, is it okay to date around while waiting on your SP? Now, here's the thing with that. Okay, of course, absolutely it is, because you're creating your reality. You can have anything that you want. You can have all the things. But if when you're dating other people, it makes you feel negative feelings, it makes you feel guilt, it makes you feel fear, insecurity, or whatever about your person, I would say avoid it, because again, you don't want to muck those feelings up. You want to have a pure vibration about your person, completely separate and devoid of any idea of how people should treat you, period. Okay. People showing up in your life as partners, friends, coworkers, bosses, family members, whatever. This is our standard for how people treat us in general. And this has nothing to do with any one specific person, any SP, any whatever. So as long as you can keep the idea of like, okay, if I'm going on dates all the time, I'm going on dates with people who respect me. They love my ideas. They're hanging off my every word. They think I'm the sexiest person in the room. They only have eyes for me, whatever. Fine. That's going on with your dating life. And then whenever you think of SP, it's only this person loves me. We have the greatest connection. We're always coming together. Everything's working out, blah, blah, blah. Keep them separate. Fine. Completely fine. But if you start feeling weird feelings going back and forth between the two, I would say pick one. Because you want to be, you got to be, your brain needs to be like focused, and you want to put as many thoughts as you can. Like you're voting every time you have an idea or thought, you're voting for that reality or that outcome. So don't vote for ones that you don't want. And if, what was I saying? Let's see. Yeah. So don't vote for the reality where he's scared. You guys are doing it all. Everything's working out perfectly. Oh no, did we move on? I'm sorry. Oh yeah. Dating around. That's where we're at. Don't vote for a reality where, what was I saying? I don't know. It's anything but what you want. I guess that's the best way to put it. Jordan. Okay, great. This is the client. Let's hear what she has to say. I cannot explain how people in my life are showing up for me and exceeding my expectations constantly. It has been wild, Roxy. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. You just totally proved what I was literally just saying about deciding how people treat you, period. And again, this includes SP, family, coworkers, friends, strangers, all of the above. This is how people treat us, period. I only accept or select versions of people that show up in the most amazing ways and love me and trust me and find me enthralling and want the best for me. Otherwise, not for me. Doesn't need my attention. That's Joe's lunch in the fridge. I don't need to even pay attention to it. So thank you, Jordan. So glad to hear that. And I'm guessing also you're kind of cleaning up ideas about SP on the side that have nothing to do with how people are treating you, and that's why it's working. And thank you for saying that. Dory says, do you have any go-to affirmations or ways of changing the way you're thinking when you're doubting your manifestations? Well, I don't really doubt them anymore, because I've learned that they're just coming. Like there's nothing to doubt. Like reality is only created off of what I think about. So they have to come. Like there's just not another option. So for me, yeah, I do have affirmations, but again, I want you to get more into this idea of like, you have to understand that it's all like this. There's not these like separate pockets where you're manifesting some stuff and then the rest of it is just like chance. No, it's all manifestation. So, what would I say? Let's see. Any go-to affirmation changes the way you're thinking when you're doubting manifestations? Yeah. What am I saying? What am I saying? I'm doing all of this. I got this. The universe is responding to me. Of course I'm going to get my manifestations. Of course they're coming. Of course it's working out the way I want it to, because I'm only entertaining a reality that goes like this. I'm only letting things happen to me if they fall in line with this new idea that I'm presenting, if they fall in line with the new reality I'm selecting, and if they don't, I do not care. It has nothing to do with me. I don't react to it. I ignore it, because it's more than ignoring. It's complete indifference. I just don't even acknowledge it, really. So husband just got home. Let's see, where were we? What was okay, you're getting blocked. I don't know. They don't give us enough options. Ugh. YouTube needs to get better at this chat options, okay? I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to give it any fudge and energy, but it's not responding to what I'm telling it to do. Okay. No, I will not do any sort of thing that you're suggesting I do with my looks, because anyways, I'm not going to give you any. Okay. Hi. Aya says, I have to go, but I enjoyed this so much, and I'm so excited for coaching. Yay! Me too. Love you guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, like looks like we're kind of wrapping up here. Oh, I see. Oh, the chat went away again. Oh, son of a bitch. Okay. Thanks, Aya. Thank you, everybody on Facebook, for being so patient today. I seriously love you guys. Oh, son of a bitch. I can't access this damn chat. I don't know what is wrong with YouTube today. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to refresh this chat, this YouTube chat, and get back in here and continue. But if I don't, I apologize, guys. YouTube has just been like really difficult today. I might come back and let's just see what happens. I'm going to refresh. If it doesn't work out for you, I apologize. Karen says, hi, Roxy. I used some of the affirmations you gave me and think that has led to my news for you. Of course it has. Of course. You change that energy and it changes what comes out to you. Okay. Okay, I'm going to refresh this and hope that it comes back. And if not, I'll try to come back on. We'll see. Love you guys. Thanks.